Hi everyone, I'm Danny Walker. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe. If you're not, welcome back. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, like it, share it with your friends, and let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be talking about my Miss Universe prelim picks. After I watched the preliminary competition, I want to talk about the girls that stood out to me, that were my favorites, that I would love to see up there in the top 16. Now, I did not create my top 16 at all because the new rules where they're going to pull 4 groups. Because of the new rules where they're going to be pulling 4 girls from America and Asia and Africa and all these different things, and then their wild card pick. And so I am just picking the girls that stood out to me because I think that they deserve to really be recognized for all the work that they clearly put in. So I want to talk about them really quickly. I'm going to try to make this video as fast as I can. Fast order for swimsuit girls that stood out to me. There were a ton. I have actually quite a long list for introductions and then swim and then gown. But after I thought about their performances in swimsuit, I went back over that and I narrowed it down to a couple girls that for me were very, very confident. Actually, a top 5 for swimsuit. USA, she's up there. Kyra makes everything look very easy. I like that about her. To me, that's confident. She doesn't look like she's trying too hard for anything. Russia really stood out for me in swimsuit. I could see her the second she stepped on stage when she was entering from the back before she even made her way down that runway. So she impressed me for swimsuit. Venezuela, yes, I'm so excited. They haven't really placed in the past 2 years. So I was happy to see them kind of come back with their representative this year. So I liked Venezuela for swim. Thailand, she is one of my favorites just overall. I think she is a standout. I think she's just so elegant. She reminds me a lot of Kate Middleton with her style and just the way that she carries herself, so I like her for that. And lastly, Mexico. I thought Mexico was absolutely a standout. The moment that I saw her in swimsuit, it just changed the whole competition for me, and I felt like she set the standard at that point. Then let's talk about gowns. Some of the gowns that I loved, and I'm just gonna go down the line. Oh, and I loved Brazil's gown with like the big sleeves. For me, it was really working. I just loved her overall styling. And Cambodia, I was impressed with her in swim as well, but evening gown solidified that for me. I am very impressed that that was the first time that Cambodia has sent a representative to Miss Universe, and now they're going to be on my radar because either there's something special about her or they did just a fantastic job preparing her. Canada, I love. She's very girl next door, and she's always confident in swim and in evening gown. I was disappointed that she didn't change her gown, but maybe she'll change it for final. She wore the same dress that she wore when she won Miss Canada. Colombia stood out to me, but there was something about her dress for some reason that reminded me of a teen contestant. I don't know what that is, or maybe that she's just really young or has great genes. She did seem a little bit young to me for some reason, but I still loved Colombia and she stood out to me. Germany, love her confidence in swim and in gown. I think she's beautiful, but I really wish we would have seen a different evening gown on her. I thought that her evening gown choice could have been a lot stronger for Miss Universe, but she's still stunning and very confident. Haiti is beautiful. Haiti to me was great in swim and even better in evening gown. And I didn't love her dress in all the photos I was seeing online, but when I saw it on stage, I liked it more. I thought it should have been just a little bit longer for her. I would have liked that so I wasn't focusing so much on her shoes, but the gown itself is actually very beautiful. Iceland is a favorite. I think she's been doing a great job, as well as her national directors, promoting her on social media. You've seen Miss Iceland everywhere. Her face is like a doll. She's like this little angel on stage. So I love seeing her up there. I think she's really confident. I think she has a great message for young women about body positivity. I didn't love her evening gown though. I like the top half of it, but then I didn't like the design on the bottom, and I felt like it was almost 2 gowns combined in one. So I'm really hoping that maybe they'll change that gown for finals. It's been a while since we've seen a very strong Miss India, but I thought this year's title holder was stunning, and I just love how confident she is. The facials she makes looks on stage. She wore one of my favorite evening gowns this year. She is phenomenal. Indonesia. She was so different because she was the only one to wear this bright pink color for evening gown, and she was confident in swim, but then when she came out in gown, she was just floating on air. That girl is a huge standout for me, and I can see her in a top 16. Mexico, once again, she did not disappoint for evening gown. I liked her dress. I didn't think it was overstyled. She was soft, simple, elegant, and effortless. She's up there. I'm not surprised if we see Mexico in the top 5. Peru was very confident. I thought she was great in swim, but really when she came out for evening gown was when she caught my attention. The gown was fitted perfectly for her, and out of all those really glittery, sparkly rhinestone dresses, the fit of her dress on her stood out to me the most. Philippines was great. I thought it was interesting they mentioned that she got stage fright, and when they did mention that, I thought that I saw how reluctant she was in evening gown. So I'm hoping that she's able to turn that around for finals tonight and have a lot more confidence on stage, because that's what you're supposed to be as a title holder, is somebody who is confident in themselves so they can inspire other young women and teach them how to be confident in themselves as well. Puerto Rico's gown, loved the way it flowed on stage. I was surprised more girls didn't wear red, but she wore red very, very well. I thought that she was phenomenal. Russia. So Russia was once again elegant when she came out and very eye-catching, but I wish they would have gone with a different gown. I'm hoping we'll see a gown change from her, because to me, she's so facially beautiful and she's so, like I said, eye-catching on stage, that I think that she would do very well in a top 5 or the finals. But the gown for me wasn't a make or break thing for her, as long as I'm hoping that they switch it for finals. South Africa has been doing very, very well. I thought that her gown choice was very different and unique, and also very trendy. A velvet green gown, and I thought the red lip made sense with the dress and how her hair was styled. It all came together very well, and I liked it. I don't actually mind seeing her in that dress for finals, just because I thought it was something that we haven't really seen on a Miss Universe stage. Thailand, she blew my mind with her gown and her styling. To me, that was the best dressed look for Miss Universe. Separate from their performances on stage, her gown and the necklace that I am surprised that I actually like, because I hate necklaces for evening gown, I was impressed, and she stood out. And that's what you need to do at Miss Universe and at Miss USA and in any pageant, is just get people to remember you. USA. So happy that she wore yellow and that we didn't see red again. Red is a great color, but if it's not your color, then I don't think you should wear it. It can stand out on stage, but it really needs to suit you, and the shade of red needs to be for you. So I loved that we got to see Kyra in a yellow with that kind of yellowish gold charmeuse cape. Well, the one shoulder, not a cape, like the one shoulder sash that was hanging, and it was incredible. And once again, she was very effortless. She just made it look so easy, like a walk in the park, like she just walks around in evening gowns every day. Venezuela, I love that they simplified the gown this year, simplified her hair, and really drew everything back, because I think that's what hurt them last year. Was I personally loved the gown with the giant feather overskirt. It was just so extra, and I loved it, and I thought it was fun. But that has not been doing well at Miss Universe, I think, just because our judges are mostly American and they don't understand that look at pageants. So it stands out in the wrong way. It stands out in a very pageanty way. So I thought that Venezuela was very well put together this year. Loved the gown, the simplicity. The silver on her especially is stunning with her skin color and her hair. So I loved that. There you have it, friends. Those are my top picks and final selections after watching the preliminary competition. Those are my favorite girls, the ones that I'm thinking are going to be placing at least in that top 16, but the way that they have changed things this year, I think we could get a very different Miss Universe, somebody that's very unexpected because of how they are selecting the top 16. I think we're going to see a lot of surprises up there because it's not going to be the typical countries that are up there. We're going to knock most of them out by nature of how they're scoring this. So I am excited to see who's going to win tonight and just excited to watch the competition to see how this is all going to go. Thank you for checking out this episode. Please be sure to subscribe and check out all of my other episodes and predictions and my Road to Miss USA series because I will be competing on the Miss USA stage in 2018. Also follow me on my social media at Danny Walker, at Pageant Access, and at Miss MT USA. Thank you guys for joining. I'll see you next time.